Hey, this is Belinda with the Southern Scribe, and I want to do a really quick journal share with you. I have filmed this thing 3 or 4 times, and it's entirely too long, so I'm going to move real quick. I've got some tips and tricks that I want to share with you that I've discovered in this book, but I'm going to do that on different videos. This book was made out of a vintage library book that I purchased at a library sale. I left the back plain, and the front I embellished with scrapbooking paper, die cuts, tag cuts, lace, cheesecloth, buttons, and I used a couple of die cuts and made a book plate up here so that the recipient can write the title of her journal on there. It has a lace tie, and we'll get into it really quickly, and I'm going to move fast. All right. This is the first page. I used a die cut doily cut in half to cover my ribbons here. This is an old library withdrawal card, and I just attached it with some washi tape so that she can journal on either side and underneath it. This is coffee stained paper with fabric and an embellishment. Coffee stained paper. Book page with gesso and acrylic ink for color. This is coffee stained paper with lace. This is some vintage ephemera that I made into a pocket and put a tag in there that is embossed with a book page and cheesecloth pull. This is a vintage photograph over scrapbook paper with a book page with gesso for writing on it. And washi tape up here. Coffee stained paper with a white floral die cut. Coffee stained paper. This is another scrapbook page with a book page and gesso on it. And this gift is actually for an end of the year school teacher gift. So I used some vintage school days photographs, made a pocket out of that one to put a little tag behind. Washi tape. This has fabric sewn at the top. It's a coffee stained page. Coffee stained paper, book page with gesso. Ephemera from Tsunami Rose with coffee stained paper on the back. Scrapbooking paper with a book page and gesso and a vintage school days photo. Washi tape. Lace on coffee stained paper. More coffee stained paper. This is a glycine bag that I put 2 journaling tags in, and she can certainly put many more things in there. Coffee stained paper with fabric sewn on the edge. Book page gessoed with the little fussy cut rose for embellishment. Die cut, coffee stained paper. Another scrapbook page with gesso. A school days photograph for a pocket with another tag. Washi tape on this page. More Tsunami Rose ephemera on a page with fabric at the bottom. Ephemera, and this is coffee stained wax paper with scrapbook paper over it and buttons and a little bit of cheesecloth fabric at the top. This is a die cut, half of a doily over fabric sewn with a button. This is cheesecloth with lace and sewn with a button to embellish this coffee stained page. More vintage ephemera. Book page, fabric sewn on the top of a coffee stained paper. Washi tape on a scrapbooking page with a book page and gesso for writing with another vintage school days photo. Coffee stained paper. And this is a die cut. Book page with gesso, coffee stained paper with fabric. This is the other half of the glycine bag, and I made a little booklet out of craft cardstock. And I took some of the S&H vintage stamps and backed them on black cardstock and used coffee stained tracing paper because you can write on that with a pen, and just made her a little booklet, and she can put other things in the pocket. This is a lace trimmed page. More washi tape on the back of a scrapbooking page with school days photograph and tag. I made a book page pocket here. I may add something else to that. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do there, but I just stuck her some ephemera in there and inked it up. She can put whatever she wants in there. Coffee paper, book page with gesso, more Tsunami Rose ephemera. I love her ephemera, with coffee stain paper on the back, fabric on the page, and washi tape. This is a school days picture on another one of those scrapbook papers with book page and gesso. And this is a floral die cut. This was from a vintage library book, and I just took it off and put it in here to add some more ephemera. Washi tape. Another vintage photograph of a lady in a 1940s dress with a little boy. And this is scrapbook paper with book page and gesso. Coffee stain paper with lace sewn. Book page with gesso. And another fussy cut rose from Tsunami Rose. Fabric on this page. This is Top Value TV stamps. This is more of those vintage stamps. I just put some on the page. This is a pocket that was on the back of this library book, and I did not remove it, but I added a library card from another book. I inked it up to make it look a little more vintage, and it goes right in there. I moved really quickly through this because, like I said, I have a lot of tips that I want to share with you, but I do want to take a minute and slow down and tell you who this book is for. My son is in the 3rd grade, and he has dyslexia. His teacher, Miss DeLone, she's wonderful, God bless you. When he started 3rd grade, he was on a kindergarten reading level, and now he is on about a 5th grade reading level. He works independently. His tests no longer have to be read to him. I just cannot tell you what her work with him has done. And I always heard that if you have a child with dyslexia, if they ever get over that hump, if they learn to accommodate for themselves, they will make it in school. And that is what she has done for him. And I cannot thank her enough. She is wonderful. So I just wanted to do a quick flip through of this book, and I'm going to go back and probably use this book for some examples to show you some tips on some journaling things that I discovered on my first few flip throughs. But once again, this is the Southern Scribe. Miss DeLone, we love you. We hope you like this and have a fabulous summer, and I'll post some more information soon. Thank you.